Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kimberly and this is VivaVerduras, where I recreate traditional Mexican food but cater it to my diet, that of a plant-based one. So if you're interested in watching a plant-based Mexican food recipe, then keep on watching. If you're not, now's your time to leave. I'm sure you could already tell by the title, but today I'm making chilaquiles. Now, to say that this is one of my favorite recipes is just an absolute understatement, because I say that about every single recipe that I create on this channel. But when I tell you that chilaquiles are my absolute favorite food in the world, literally, I'm sorry, I'm getting really emotional just thinking about it. No, but really, chilaquiles are my absolute favorite food. I could eat them for breakfast when they're normally eaten, lunch, dinner, dessert, seconds, at a picnic, at any time. I love chilaquiles. I'm not gonna brag, but anyone comes over my house and I wanna show off a dish that exemplifies highlighting the fact that I could still recreate a good traditional dish but make it vegan, I do this recipe. And for those of you watching who know and have had my chilaquiles, well, that's all I need to say. So if you guys are interested in seeing the way I put together my go-to chilaquiles, then let's get started. Okay, so obviously the first ingredient is going to be tortillas. Now I'm using an amount specifically just for me, and I made room for a little bit of leftovers. But if you're planning for more, I would probably suggest anywhere between 12, 14, 15 tortillas. If you're making for, I don't know, 3-4 people, that's what I would suggest. Okay, ingredients for the salsa. I'm going to be using 1/4 of an onion, 4 chile de árbol. Now this is where the heat is, so you can adjust, add, subtract, depending on your heat tolerance. I'm going to be using 2 garlic cloves. And then I'm going to be using 4 to 5 chile California. So you can use these, or you could use guajillo chiles as well. So I have an in-depth recipe of tofu huevo on my channel already, so you could check that out. But basically I'm just using a small wedge of tofu since it is just me. I'm using 1/4 of an onion, a little less than 1/4 of an onion. I'm using oil, olive oil of course. I also have about a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I end up using just a little bit less. Kala namak, or black salt, which is an Indian salt that I purchased on Amazon. In my video, you know why I use it. This is turmeric, and I use about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. And you can add more. The really good thing about turmeric is that it helps with inflammation. So if you use more, that's fine. Just be careful because it does tend to stain your clothes or whatever you use it on. I have some black beans that I made the night before, and we are going to make our own refried beans. Really easy, really simple. No recipe can be complete without, of course, the obvious salt and pepper. And for toppings, I am going to be using this Daya shredded mozzarella cheese. We are going to be using cilantro. I have 2 cremas here. I have a avocado serrano tomatillo salsa that I just literally made up the day before. And then I have my obvious cashew crema that I use in just about every single recipe that I make. I'm using half of an avocado. This is an almond queso fresco that I actually just made the other day. Recipe coming very soon for you guys. For the chiles, we will be removing the stems, cutting them open, and removing the seeds and deveining them. I am doing that first for the chile California, and for the chile de árbol, what I'm doing is just removing the stems, but I'm going to keep the seeds because that's where the heat is. You could choose to dump the seeds. They have a lot, but I'm keeping them. I showed you one just for reference. And after you've done that, make sure you clean your chiles, and we're going to add them to a pot with about 2 cups of water just so it covers all of the chiles. So boil your chiles for about 10 to 15 minutes, and once they're done, you're going to add them to a blender with your onion wedge and your garlic and a little bit of salt. And then I added about a half a cup of the water that the chiles were soaking in as well. This is an optional step if you want to strain your salsa. I prefer mine clumpless, but you could just leave it as is if you like. But I'm just gonna go through and strain my salsa into a bowl and go ahead and just set this to the side while we prepare the rest of our ingredients. Now, normally people cut their tortillas like it's a little pizza. So they'll do like straight down and to the side and then the other side and the other side. But I like to cut them straight down. So like this way, straight down this way, and then the same for the other side. And the reason I like to do this is because I like the different shapes that they have. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like they have a different texture and bite to them. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but that's just me. So now I'm adding oil to a pot and I'm adding a little bit more. I don't like to fry my tortillas, but I like them to have like a subtle crisp because I like some tortillas soggy, some with a little crisp, so I like a good balance. So I'm just coating the pan with oil, but I'm not completely like submerging the tortillas in oil. I notice in some people's chilaquile recipes, they like to like literally fry them to like tortilla chips and then they like to rehydrate them with the chile. I don't know, that's not really the way I like to do it because I would rather just buy tortilla chips at that point and then, you know, but this is the way I do it. So like I said, I like to get them where there's like a slight crunch, but as you can see, they're still a little bit flimsy. I don't know, that's just the way I like it, but you can obviously fry them longer to your liking. It's so weird because I like my fries the same way, like some crispier and some softer. I don't know, that's just me. Okay, as I mentioned, I already have a detailed video recipe on my tofu huevo, but this recipe itself, I actually added a little bit of onion to the pan first, and then I just crumbled in my tofu, and then I just added my spices afterwards and mixed it all up. But this tofu huevo is really easy. You can also use just egg. That company's egg replacer is actually really good and it's easier than this. But if you're interested in this recipe in specific, more detailed, check out my recipe. I'll link it down below for you guys. When I tell you that this turmeric spice is so like vibrant and potent, I mean, just look how immediately that color changes. It's just so bright and so pretty. But be careful because I got it on my counter once and it took me forever to get it off. It's just, yeah. Okay, the refried beans are really easy. I just added the beans to a pot with a little bit of the water and all I'm doing is mashing them like this, and then I added a little bit of garlic salt and a little bit of cumin, but the heat's basically just gonna kind of melt it down. I keep calling this a pot, it's a pan. So to the pan, I'm gonna add the salsa roja that we had sitting on the side, and we're just gonna get it heated up a little bit. This is the same pan that I used to fry the tortilla, so it has a little bit of flavor. And then slowly just add your tortilla in. Now the ratio, I like to have more tortilla than I do sauce, again, because I don't like it too soggy, but you can always change that to your liking. And then I'm actually just gonna fold it in. I'm not gonna go at it too rough. I wanna fold it because I don't want it to break. I want to be gentle with it. So I'm just folding the tortillas in and pushing and getting it all coated, but I'm still at the same time leaving some spots open so it doesn't get too soggy, it doesn't get too, you know, see, some of them are soggy, some of them are a little bit crispy. And then I'm going to add the cheese over it and turn the heat off, and then I'm just gonna let the natural heat melt that cheese in. And I purposely leave this part for last because once I do this, I want to plate it immediately because it's still super gooey and it's just the best time to eat it is literally as soon as you serve it. So I keep this part for last for a reason. We're gonna start off with the refried beans and I'm spreading them on the bottom of the plate just to act as like a glue or like a foundation. Then for the second layer, I'm gonna add the chilaquiles. Okay, third layer, we're gonna add the tofu huevo. To add my crema, so this is my cashew, and then my avocado serrano weird concoction that I made. Then I'm adding my avocado, and then what I do is I just squeeze a little bit of lime over so it doesn't brown. And then I'm adding my almond cotija cheese. And then lastly, I'm going to sprinkle some cilantro pieces all over the plate just to make it extra beautiful. And bam, look at that baby. Here, oh my god, my mouth is watering like I can't even talk. here is this just beautiful platillo of chilaquiles. When I tell you my favorite part is plating and the presentation and the beauty of like the respect of the beautifulness. I can't even speak. I can't even put it into words of just like how happy this makes me feel. Let's taste try this. Let's not wait any longer. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm really cheesing right now. I can't even begin to explain the flavor profile in this dish right now. I'm sorry, I'm at a different angle, so I'm trying to appeal more to the, oh my gosh, I can't even talk right now. Give me a second. I just surprise myself each time. Man, how humble am I, huh? No, but really, with all recipes, you change, adjust, add, subtract as much as you like, but the big part about it is that no one ever gets the recipe right. You can always continue to adjust, you can always continue to improve, and that's always my mentality, is to always continue to improve and to keep practicing and, you know, just master whatever it is that you're looking forward to doing. So, with that being said, I highly suggest trying this chilaquiles recipe. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for taking the time to support me. Thank you for those who are subscribed to me. If you're not, it's really simple. Just hit that button right there or right there. And I look forward to creating more recipes for you. And I would just like to take a moment to say, although 2020 was a difficult year for everyone, you determine what your future looks like. So continue to push forward, continue to stay strong, and I have faith that things will get better for you no matter what position that you're in. So with that, I'm gonna finish enjoying these bomb chilaquiles that were made by me, and I will see you in my next video. If you have a free moment, head on over to my Instagram at VivaVerduras and give me a follow. And other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!